Hey, it's me, Mark, that other guy from Mr. Zippy thing, the English one. I just finished classes, so I decided great time to do a vlog on my crappy iPhone camera. I decided to talk about maladaptive daydreaming because it's something that a lot of people have, but don't talk about a lot. So here's me talking about it. Enjoy. Maladaptive daydreaming is, the name's somewhat descriptive. It's daydreaming, pretty much, but maladaptive. And when maladaptive, I mean, technically you spend a lot of time on it. Like, hours a day. Me, I spend like 8 hours a day, but different people, different times. But, yeah, you spend a lot of time daydreaming. That's generally what it is. And usually people have this place that they return to. Kind of like a setting. The technical word is paracosm. It's like an imaginary fantasy world in your head. Different people have different names for them. Some people call it like a head world or dreamscape or Middle Earth. But it's a place that you keep returning to. And you tend to spend hours a day in that place daydreaming and hanging out with characters. And these characters can be recurring characters, or they could be random, I guess. But usually it tends to be recurring characters. And I want to stress that these characters, or figments, or head people, again, different names, they're not imaginary friends. They're not like people in the real world, but they're just imaginary. No, they're in this head world, and they hang out with your avatar, I guess you would say. Different people have different experiences with this. Again, like some people, for example, they have a paracosm, or head world, that's kind of normal. When I say normal, I mean the people and the things that happen there can conceivably happen in real life. Most people, though, that I've talked to at least, tend to have kind of like a weird world. For example, me, the main setting is a spaceship called the Vexicruiser, and most of the characters I hang out with are aliens, and some of them like ghosts or androids and stuff like that, and there's time travel. So that can't happen in real life. And I think the best way to explain this is kind of like you're living a double life. Pretty much. That's it. And the amount of time you spend in the paracosm is kind of dependent on also your activity in the real world. Like, inversely proportional to how much stuff you do in the real world. For example, if I'm doing something that requires a lot of attention in real life, I'm not in the paracosm. I kind of go dormant, or I leave. Well, I don't really leave, but I'm still kind of there. But then, let's say I'm talking to people on Skype or doing homework for a couple of hours. And then when I have some time to like relax so I don't have to concentrate as hard, I go back to this place, somewhat involuntarily. And there is a continuity to it, though. I've had mine for like 4 years, I think, and considering how much time I spend in there, I can probably write a Harry Potter-sized book series about all the crazy shit I've done in this world. And the plot seems to continue even when I'm not there. So, like, if I leave for a couple of hours, and then my characters... Oh, and the characters, by the way, again, it's different for different people. For example, some people can control their characters, kind of like how a writer controls their characters when they're writing a book. But some people can't. Like, they have their own free will and their own personality and stuff. And you can't control them. So when you leave and you come back, one of them might have, you know, broken something. Two of them tried to kill each other, and the other one released killer mutated bees everywhere. So it's like, what happened while I was gone? I don't know. I wasn't there, so I don't know what happened. But they clearly did stuff while I was gone. I also want to stress that I can tell the difference between reality and fiction. Like, it's not schizophrenia. I thought it was at some point, because some of these, it's kind of realistic sometimes, but you can tell the difference. There's the real world, and then there's the imaginary world. And you just switch between the two a lot, but you can tell the difference. But different people have different experiences. Some people can control their characters, some can't. Some have a recurring location they go to. Others have a bunch of different locations. Some of them have human characters, some of them have like crazy weirdo alien characters or something. Different people, different experiences, etc. But kind of like the overarching symptom, I guess. It's not a disease, it's technically a personality trait. But the overarching thing is that you spend a lot of time daydreaming. Yeah. So that's my little spiel, my little explanation. If you have it, I don't know if we have any subscribers at this point, but if you have questions or if you have it, you want to talk, share your story, whatever, in the doobly-doo thingy, and hasta la bye-bye.